All right, so this is about jeweler's screwdrivers. These are actually watchmakers' screwdrivers. And I'm sure everybody has them, and they complain about them. They either bend, or they break, or they can't find the set, or whatever, right? Everybody's got their major complaint. And everybody likes a certain size. These are kind of common for watchmakers. Like I said, they have a tiny little swivel head, and the body of each one is exactly the same. And they come in this cool little swivel case here, and they're all numbered for width. Like this is a 1.6 millimeter wide blade, and it goes down to a 50, and anyway. And a lot of times they're color coded and things like that. But so these are really, really cool. I like the little case. And when I first got the set, it's a really cheapy one from China. I didn't realize, but you take this little cap off in the center, and you put little extra. You can store little extra bits down there, and it comes with extra bits. So put them down in there, and this little cap goes on. So if you get one of these, don't forget about the little cap that goes on it. Didn't realize that. Anyway, it's weighted. It's nice. It spins. It's nice. When I first got mine, they all didn't fit in the holes very good, and so I took mine over the drill press and opened up these holes a little bit so they all slide in easily. So that was one modification I made. So what I wanted to show you today is that watchmakers for a very, very long time now have been using these tools, and they've figured out that these are tools that you need to maintain. Just like a carpenter maintains his chisels or his planes and stuff, he needs to learn how to sharpen them. Well, you need to learn how to sharpen screwdrivers because they bend and they wear out and they do all kinds of crazy things, especially these tiny little ones. And so watchmakers have figured out how to do that. And it is the coolest thing. I don't know why other people haven't picked up on this. So each blade is a shaft of steel, and there's a little set screw that holds it into the screwdriver. And so you can replace these and keep the heads, or you can swap them end for end or whatever. Anyway, you can keep sharpening and sharpening and sharpening them like a pencil. Okay, so how do you sharpen them? Well, you need a sharpening stone, and you need to hold it at the right angle, and you need to do it. And then when you turn it over to the other side, you got to make sure you're parallel, and it's a real pain. I mean, I used to do it that way, and I can tell you it's really, really hard to get right. And so, well, they've solved that problem, and I didn't realize it, but it's a real trivial little thing. So you can buy these things, and they're like $3 on eBay. I mean, they're just super, super dirt cheap. Now, let me warn you that the one that I got off of eBay is garbage. Okay, so let me show you what I got on eBay. Well, first of all, let me describe how it works first. Okay. So we'll use this stone here, and we want to sharpen, let's say we want to sharpen this one, right? And how do we hold it on there, and how do we turn it over and keep it parallel? Well, you do it with this thing, okay? So this thing, maybe we can zoom in a little bit on that. So this thing is a shaft with a hole in it, and the screwdriver fits in the hole, okay? And so the screwdriver fits like that, and there's a set screw to tighten it, and now it's one thing. And so if you imagine the stone, it's going to hold it at an angle. As you roll it around, it's going to hold it at the right angle. And guess what? When you turn it over, it stays exactly parallel. And so it gets rid of the angle problem, and it gets rid of the parallelism problem. It's just so elegant of a solution. It's really, really great. All right, so why did I hate the one that I got in the mail? Well, it had nice bearings. In fact, these are the bearings off of it. I made this one, but I stole the bearings off the other one. So the other one had a long shaft. Okay, so the bearings were out here on the shafts. Well, this is my stone, or this is my stone, and the shaft was too wide. I couldn't ride on top of my stone, and so it was just too long. The other thing was, and I think, a lot of things get lost in translation or over the ages or whatever, but when you put a screwdriver in this one and then tighten it, it comes with this nice thumb wheel, but guess what? You can't turn it over because the thumb wheel then smashes into your stone. And so it defeats the whole purpose of the tool. It's really, really silly. So anyway, so I punched the bearings out of this one and threw that away. And then I made this little one, and I made that was aluminum. I made mine out of 303 stainless, and so it's real nice. And so I made it nice and narrow, so it fits my stones. So now I can do the right thing. Okay. So to use this thing, the first thing is that you need to set the angle. And so you pick some depth that the screwdriver sticks in, okay? And then you need to set the parallelism. So what I do is I go down and I touch the screwdriver head to the stone, and I hold it over here. So I'm pushing down on it, and now that flat is pushing against the stone, so I know it's parallel with the stone. And then I sharpen the set screw, okay? Now I know I'm set. And then I can go back and forth and flip it over, and I can go back and forth and sharpen it. And it works a treat. So I have a rough stone. So I'll start with the rough stone and make the shape look really good. So this is just a carborundum stone. And then this is an Arkansas stone, and I'll polish it on the Arkansas stone, and then it's just perfect. And then every once in a while, you just sharpen all of your screwdrivers, and you are set. It's just a great tool. Don't know why I didn't think of it. And now I'm trying to think of it, well, are other people doing this? Do carpenters do this with their chisels? Or, I mean, I don't know. Chisels are kind of polished from one side, so maybe they don't need such a thing, but maybe just to hold the angle, it's good enough. So maybe I'm just late to the party. Maybe a whole bunch of people use these things, but it was new to me, and I think it's just a wonderful idea, especially if you have these tiny little screwdrivers. So to get a nice set of these watchmaker screwdriver is several $100s if you get the Swiss ones. You can get the Chinese ones for like, I don't know, 20 bucks or something. And so for me, when I just do it, you know, one watch a month or something, you know, I can sharpen them, right? If they go bad on me, now I know how to sharpen them. I know how to make them better. When you actually buy the set, when it comes out of the bag, it's just awful. They're ground really, really bad. So you do need to spend some time in making them right. So, but that's okay for a hobbyist, right? Go ahead and buy the cheap one. Get the one that you need to put labor into because your labor's free, and fix it up yourself. And if you have a couple little ball bearings laying around, you don't even need to buy anything. Just make one of these. You know, it took me, I don't know, 20 minutes to build the whole thing. It's really good.